Very good morning, students. In today's class, we will discuss Unit number 5, Environment Protection Act 1986. In the wake of the Bhopal tragedy, the Government of India enacted Environment Protection Act in 1986 to improve the environment and prevent hazards to human beings, other living creatures, plants and property. The main aim of Environment Protection Act 1986 is to improve the environment and to control hazards to human beings and other living creatures. These are the scope of Environment Protection Act. The Act came into force on 9th November 1986. It is extends to the whole of India. This Act includes water, air and land and the interrelationship which exists among water, air and land and human beings and other living creatures, plants, microorganisms and property. This Act covers causes, effect of environment pollution, measures taken by state government as well as central government. Objectives of Environment Protection Act: conferring power on the central government to take all necessary measures for protecting quality of environment, lay down standards for discharge of environmental pollutants, establish or recognize environmental laboratories, appoint or recognize government analysts, empower any person to enter, inspect, take samples and test the environment. Plan and execute our nationwide programs for prevention and control environmental pollution. For example, Swachh Bharat, Ganga cleaning, Kaveri Kugu, etc. Coordinate actions of state and central government regarding environment protection. Lay down procedures and safeguard for handling hazardous substances. Constitute an authority for exercising central government power. Prescribe penalties for violation of the provisions of Environment Act. Definitions of the Environment Protection Act. Environment means sum total of water, air and land and the interrelationship that exists among them with the human beings, other living organisms and materials. Environment is a combination of living and non-living things and their mutual interaction with each other which to an ecosystem. Meaning of pollution. Pollution refers to unfavorable alteration to our surrounding wholly or largely as a byproduct of human action through direct and indirect effect of changes in energy pattern, chemical and physical construction. Meaning of environmental pollution. It means any solid or gaseous substance present in the environment. For example, air pollution, water pollution, etc. In the other words, unfavorable alteration to our surrounding is known as environmental pollution. Meaning of environmental pollutant. Any solid or gas substance present in air, water, noise or in land as may be or tend to be injurious to environment is known as environmental pollutant. Meaning of handling. In relation to any substance, handling means the manufacture, processing, treatment, package, storage, collection, offering for sale and transfer, etc. Meaning of hazardous substances. Any substance or preparation which by reason of its chemical properties or handling is liable to cause harm to human being or other living creatures, plant, microorganism and other property of the environment is known as hazardous substances. Next, meaning of occupier. In relation to any factory or premises, occupier means a person who has control over the affairs of the factory or premises and it includes in relation to any substance or the person in possession of the substance is known as occupier. Next, types of environmental pollution. Number 1, water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies like rivers, lakes, oceans and groundwater. Water pollution occurs because of pollutants are discharged directly or indirectly into water bodies without adequate treatment to remove harmful compounds. Causes of water pollution includes industrial waste, insecticides, pesticides and fertilizers, detergents and oil spills. These pollutants either work by killing of organisms through industrial waste or reducing oxygen values in the water by blocking out sunlight. Next one, air pollution. Air is usually comprised of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.9% oxide gases and 0.1% inert gases. When the air becomes contaminated with other elements such as poisonous gases or particles, it can cause serious problems to human health. The most common causes of air pollution includes partially combusted exhaust gases, poisonous gases which are a byproduct of industry, including sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide, and gas released through the burning of plastic, rubber and wood. Next one, noise pollution. Noise pollution refers to an excess of unpleasant sound emanating from industry, infrastructure, heavy machinery, transportation and even human occupation being released into the environment. In human, noise pollution can have a detrimental effect on both mental and physical health and has been linked to high stress levels, hearing loss, depression, sleep disturbance and an increase in incidence of coronary artery disease. Next one, light pollution. The excessive and misdirected use of light in areas of human habitation as well as in industry cause light pollution. Light pollution is defined as the alteration of natural light levels in both indoor and outdoor environments through human interference. Light pollution causes headaches, fatigue, stress and anxiety. Light pollution disturbs ecosystem by confusing animal navigation, disturbing plant growth and change competitor interaction. Next one, soil pollution. Soil can be stripped of its nutrients and therefore fertility by a number of chemical agents, and when this occurs, it is known as soil pollution. Common cause of soil pollution includes insecticides, agricultural chemicals, industrial waste and radioactive waste. Next one, thermal pollution. Many industries release heat energy as a byproduct, and once released into the environment, this thermal energy is partially responsible for global warming. Manufacturing industries releases thermal energy into the air as well as into bodies of water. This in itself is not necessarily a bad thing, although it can dramatically alter local ecosystem. Next one, radioactive pollution. When radioactive metals disintegrate, they release beta rays which can cause a whole host of diseases in living organisms. This is known as radioactive pollution. As the name suggests, radioactive pollution mostly comes from the nuclear power industry. Next, food pollution. If the food consumed is polluted, then it will have an injurious effect on the consumer's health. The pollution of the food begins by use of chemical fertilizers at a different stages of plant growth. These chemicals directly or indirectly affect the quality of food and also affect health of the consumer. Food also get polluted during processing stage, storage, package stage and in transportation stage. Next one, solid waste pollution. It includes agricultural waste, biomedical waste, dry or wet garbage from domestic activity which may contain plastics, metals, wood, glass, detergents, industrial waste, mining waste, etc. causes solid waste pollution. This topic is important. Role and power of central government to protect environment in India. In the motto of controlling environmental pollution, the central government constituted two authorities in the central and state level. They are number 1, Central Pollution Control Board CPCB. The CPCB is a statutory organization was constituted in 1974 to control various environmental pollution. The functions of Central Pollution Control Board to improve the quality of air, to prevent control air pollution in the country, to promote cleanliness of streams and wells in different areas of state, to control water pollution, advise a central government on the matter of prevention and control of water and air pollution, advise the central government to improve the quality of air, plan and execute a nationwide program for a prevention of water and air pollution, example Swachh Bharat Yojana, provide the technical assistance and guidelines to the state boards to carry on research relating to problems of water and air pollution, preparing manuals, codes, guidelines relating to treatment and disposal of wastage, lay down the standards to maintain quality of the air, soil, water, food, etc. Number 2, State Pollution Control Board SPCB. The state government also have their pollution control boards. They are Delhi Pollution Control Board, Haryana State Pollution Control Board, Rajasthan Pollution Control Board, Uttar Pradesh Pollution Control Board. The functions of State Pollution Control Board are as follows: to plan programs for pollution control, to collect and spread information about cause and effect of environmental pollution, to carry out inspection of polluting industries and other areas, to lay down standards for emission control, to advise the state government on the matter relating to pollution and on-siting of industries. Powers of central government to take measures to protect and improve environment. Coordination of actions by the state government officers and other authorities regarding rules and regulations of Environmental Protection Act. Planning and execution of a nationwide program for the prevention and control of environmental pollution. Lay down standards for the quality of environment in its various aspects. Lay down standards for the discharge of environmental pollutant from various sources. Restriction of areas in which any industry's operation shall not be carried out subject to certain safeguard. Lay down standards and procedures for the prevention of accidents which cause environmental pollution. Lay down procedure and safeguard for handling hazardous substances. Lay down procedures and safeguard for controlling thermal pollution and nuclear pollution. Examination of manufacturing process material which cause environmental pollution, establishment of environmental laboratory, inspection of plant, premises, equipment and machineries from officers, preparation of manuals, codes, guidelines in relating to the prevention and control of environmental pollution, appointment of officers and authority. The central government appoints officers and authorities for the purpose of implementing power and function of the Act. The following are the function of the authority. Subject to Environment Protection Act, issue direction in writing to any person in case of prohibition or regulation of any industry, operation or process, stoppage or regulation of the supply of electricity, water or any other services. Okay, thank you students. From this chapter you can expect 14 marks 1 question, 6 marks 1 question and 2 marks 1 question. The expected question for 14 marks: types of environment pollution or role and power of central government to control environmental pollution. For 6 marks, objectives of Environmental Protection Act or scope of Environmental Protection Act. 2 marks area are what do you mean by environmental pollution, what do you mean by environment, what do you mean by hazardous substance, what do you mean by occupier, what do you mean by environmental pollutant, etc. So total 6 marks plus 14 marks plus 2 marks questions can be expected. Thank you.